All right, so right now at the top we are filling in this sentence. This sentence will be on the test Wednesday. What's in the blanks, those will be blanks that you'll have to fill in. So that first sentence says, an inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares quantities. So you would have to fill in the word inequality. But if I look at the very next sentence, it even says the word. It says inequalities use the symbols. That's my less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. You'll have to fill in all four of those symbols in the blank. Fortunately, it does kind of give away the answer here to that first blank if you read the sentences. Okay. Please make sure you have that sentence written down at the top of your paper. That's going to be on the test on Wednesday. Please raise your hand if you're still writing down that sentence. Okay. All right, so let's move on down to the next part. So today our goal is to solve a one-step inequality. Well, if we think back to Monday and Tuesday, we solved one-step equations. Well, today we're going to do the exact same thing, but instead of having an equal sign, it's going to have the less than or equal to, greater than sign. The other thing is, after we solve it, then we're going to have to graph the solution. Well, fortunately, on Wednesday, we learned how to graph an inequality. So we're going to take what we did Monday and Tuesday and combine it with what we did on Wednesday. All right? Or Thursday, depending on when you saw that lesson. For us, we kind of did it both days. All right, so for number 1, we have 8x is greater than 16. I'm going to do exactly what I did for the equation, and I'm going to draw a line. Drawing a line. What operation is happening right now on number 1? What operation, Benny? Multiplication. Right now, this is multiplication. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. How, raise your hand, how do I write division now, Kaya?
Put the 8 under both 8 and 16.
Yeah, so we're going to draw that fraction bar, and then we're going to put 8, because 8's with x, and 8 will go on both sides. So I'm dividing both sides by 8. What happens to my 8 on top and 8 on the bottom?
It goes away.
It goes away, and I'm left with x. Just like we kept the equal sign, here we're going to keep our symbol. We don't change it at all. So we're going to keep our greater than symbol. And then what number did we get here?
16.
2. Remember, if there's a big number on top, we treat that like division. 16 divided by 8 is 2. So that would be my answer. All right, so do you see how it's really exactly what we did Monday and Tuesday right there? All right, but now we're going to take that and we're going to put that on the number line. So I've drawn out the line for you. I need 2 on here, so I'll just put 2 somewhere near the center typically. Does it have to be in the center? No. All right, so after 2 we have 3, 4, 5. Before 2, 1 and 0. All right, so when I graph this, we need a dot. What type of dot am I going to put on 2? What type of dot, Bailey? An open dot. All right, can I look at the arrow for this problem? Can I look at the arrow, Martina?
Yes, because the letter in the final equation thing is in the front, and so you pretty much just need to look at it, and there's your arrow.
So since my letter is in front, I can use this arrow, which is pointing to the right, and that's the direction I'm going to draw my line. So remember, make sure you shade in, and I can see your line. Some people on your homework, your line wasn't dark enough for me to tell where it goes. So make sure you shade that in so we can see it. All right? For number 2, same thing. I'm going to draw my line. Right now on number 2, what operation is happening on number 2? Sheldon?
Subtraction.
So what's the opposite? Addition. So I'm going to add on both sides here. Sheldon, what number do I add? 9, because that's what's next to my letter. Okay. So over here we have 13 plus 9, which is? 22. My line, I'm going to keep that symbol. And then what happens to my minus 9 and plus 9? 0. That goes away, so I'm left with H. Okay, so there's my answer. Now we need to graph that, so I'm going to put 22 on the line. After 22, 23, 24, 25. In front, I have 21 and 20. Okay. Are there any questions on how I solved the problem? Okay, so graphing that, what type of dot do I want to use on this problem, Nathan?
Open.
An open dot, because it does not have the line. So we have an open dot. This time, can I follow the arrow? No. Right now it's pointing to the right, but is my letter on the correct side? No, the letter should be in the front, so I can't go to the right, which means I'm just going to go to the left. So I'm just going to go the opposite direction. So if the letter is not in front, you just go the opposite direction. Okay. Questions about number 2? Ashlyn?
How do you know what kind of dot to use?
If it has the bar underneath, the equal to bar, we fill our dot in. If it doesn't have the equal to bar, we want to leave it open. Because in this case, well, we'll look at this one. It's easier to read. In this case, it says x is greater than 2. So x has to be bigger than 2. X can't actually be 2. So that's why we use an open dot to show, hey, 2 is where it starts, but it can't be that number. Okay. All right. On number 3, I'm going to draw my line. What operation is happening right now on number 3? What operation is happening right now? Ashlyn? Division. This is division. Raise your hand. What's the opposite of dividing? Liam? Multiplying on the top, he said. So I'm putting my times 3 on the top. All right, what happens to a 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom? They go away. I'm left with R. We're going to keep our greater than or equal to sign. 3 times 5 is? 15. So there's my answer. I'm going to go ahead and put 15 on my number line. 16, 17, 18. And in front we have 13. Okay. What type of dot do I need to use this time? Julia?
Closed dot.
A closed dot. It has the bar underneath. So we're going to fill that in. All right, Finley, can I follow my arrow on this one? Yes, the letter is in front, so I'm going to follow the arrow pointing to the right. Okay. All right, number 4, let's draw our line. What operation is happening here, Nora? What's the opposite? So we're going to subtract. What number am I subtracting? 18, because it's with my letter. Okay, what happens to 18, plus 18 and minus 18?
It goes away.
Goes away, and I'm left with N. Keep our symbol. And 20 minus 18 is? 2. Okay. Let's fill that in. 2, 3, 4. And it doesn't matter if 2 is exactly in the center. I moved it down this time. In front of 2, I have 1, 0. What would be in front of 0?
-1.
A -1. So if you have to fill in a negative on your number line, you can. All right, negatives happen. They exist. All right, what type of dot am I going to need here, Layla? An open dot because it doesn't have the line. All right, can I follow my arrow, Jonathan? Yes, the letter's in front, so I can follow the arrow going to the right. Okay. Number 5, draw our line. What operation is happening here on number 5, Lane?
Multiplication.
Opposite is? Division. Perfect. So it's multiplying. We're going to do the opposite. What am I dividing by, Lane? 4, because that's next to my letter. So here I have 12 divided by 4, which is? 3. Keep my symbol. And what happens to 4 on top, 4 on bottom? Go away. I'm left with B. Okay. So we're going to put 3 on the number line, 4, 5, 6 in front, adding my 2 and 1. If your 3 isn't in the exact same spot, that's okay. Just fill in the rest of your numbers. All right. What type of dot do I need here, Dylan? Closed dot because it has the bar. Owen, can I follow my arrow on this one? No, the letter is not in front. So instead of going to the left, I'm going to go to the right. Looks like we're going to the right on a lot of these. Remember, you decide, you always want to follow the arrow, but if the letter's in front, you have to kind of go the opposite. All right, if the letter is not in front, you go the opposite. All right, number 6. What operation do we have here, Annalise? What's the opposite? What number am I adding? 8, because that's with my letter. Okay, so minus 8 and plus 8 go away. So I have J. Keep our symbol there. And 9 plus 8 is? 17. Go ahead. Okay, so we're going to put 17 on our number line, 18 and 19. In front, I have 16, 15, and 14 because I put it to the other side. What type of dot do I want to use here? Jennifer? Closed dot on 17. Closed dot on 17. Make sure you draw that nice and big. Which direction? I'm sorry. Can I follow the arrow, Jenna? Yes. The letter's in front, so we can follow the arrow to the left. Okay. All right, number 7. What's the opposite? What am I going to do to both sides here, Barrett?
You would multiply by 6.
Multiply by 6. Am I going to write that down here next to 6? Make sure it's on the top so they can go away. And do it on the other side. So 6 and 6 go away. So I have N is less than 2 times 6? 12. Okay, so we're going to put 12, 13, 14, 15. And then in front we have 11 and 10. All right, what type of dot do I want to use here, Maddie? Open dot. Can I follow my arrow here, Paige? Yes, we can follow the arrow because the letter is in front. So I'm going to the left. Okay. All right, last one. What am I going to do to both sides on this one? Jesse, what am I doing to both sides? Adding what? 10. So we're adding, that's the opposite. 10 is with my letter. So 6 plus 10 is? 16. Keep our symbol. What happens to minus 10 and plus 10? They go away. I'm left with K. Remember, guys, I know that's a step. I know you can do all that in your head, but you do need to write it down for me. All right, so we have 16, 17, 18, and in front, 15 and 14. So that one only had 5 because what's the minimum you can have on your number line? 5. All right. What type of dot am I going to use here? Owen. A closed dot. And can I follow the arrow on this one? Leah. No, the letter's on the wrong side. So instead of going to the left, like it says, we're going to go to the right. Questions? Okay, flip it over. You got 12 questions on the back.